So, you're probably sick of all the hype around AI video tools, right? Me too. So let's just cut through all the marketing fluff and get straight to the numbers. What we're going to do today is a totally honest, no-nonsense breakdown of GoFaceless AI. Is it actually a smart investment for 2026, or is it just more smoke and mirrors? All right, let's dive in. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just do a quick gut check. I want you to ask yourself, is creating videos manually your single biggest bottleneck? I mean, really think about it. If the answer isn't a hard, immediate no, well, then you're definitely in the right place. Oh man, we've all been there, haven't we? Picture this. It's 2 in the morning. You've poured your heart and soul, hours of your life into this one video. And just when you think you're done, bam, that soul-crushing render failed notification pops up. That feeling right there, that absolute frustration, that's pretty much the reason this entire industry even exists. And yeah, that brings us right to the heart of the problem, what I call the video editing bottleneck. And look, this isn't just some minor headache, it's a brick wall. It's the thing that stops most creators, most businesses, dead in their tracks when they try to scale up their content. You know, it's kind of wild when you look at how making these faceless videos has evolved. It's changed so much, so fast. Just a few years ago, we were in what you could call the cash cow era, right? We were all on Fiverr, hiring freelancers for edits that were, let's be honest, slow and pretty expensive. Then we got to the API wrapper era. This was when we were all playing amateur programmer, trying to stitch together a script from ChatGPT with some images from Midjourney. It was clunky, to say the least. But now we're in the done-for-you era. And in this era, automation is absolutely king. Okay, so let's actually put a price tag on that old way of doing things. If you want a dedicated, reliable video editing team, you're looking at a bill of at least $3,000 a month. Yeah, burn that number into your brain because $3,000 a month is the benchmark we're going to measure everything else against today. So that's the problem. $3,000 a month. How do we beat that? Well, let's try to reframe the solution here. Don't think of this as just buying another piece of software. Think of it as hiring a digital employee. A digital employee? What the heck is that? It's basically an automated tool that handles the entire workflow. I'm talking scripting, finding or creating the scenes, adding the voiceover, and here's the kicker, it even auto-posts the video for you. It does all of this while you're at the gym, sleeping, doing whatever. It literally works around the clock 24/7 and it never, ever asks for a raise or a day off. And look how simple this workflow is. It's just 4 steps. Step 1, you just give it a prompt or a script, the idea. Step 2, the AI does all the heavy lifting, generating the scenes and the voice. Step 3, which we'll get into, your credits get deducted. And Step 4, the video just automatically posts itself to your socials. That's it, the whole shebang. Okay, but let's pause on Step 3 for a second. Credits are deducted. This is where things get a little tricky. It's honestly where most reviews just kind of gloss over the details. So we're going to do what they don't. We're going to really decode this credit system. All right, let's take their most popular plan, the Pro plan. You get 1,000 credits a month. And that sounds like a big number, right? 1,000 of anything sounds like a lot. But what does that actually get you? What can you really make with that? This is the one question that really determines if this whole thing is worth your money. And here it is, the hidden math. And you guys, this is so important. If you use a stock video scene, it costs you 10 credits. Okay, simple enough. But if you want a custom AI-generated scene, that's going to cost you 200 credits. 200. That is a 20 times price difference. And believe me, that changes everything. So let's just visualize that for a second so it really sinks in. With those 1,000 credits from the Pro plan, you can make a video with 100 scenes using stock footage. 100. Or you can make a video with just 5 scenes using the AI generator. You can see how that one choice completely changes how much content you can actually produce in a month. Okay, so here are the plans, all laid out side by side. You've got Starter for $24, Pro for $58, and Business for $166. But I want you to ignore the price for a second and look at the other rows. Look at the differences in credits, in resolution, the voice options, and especially that auto-posting feature. We're about to see why those features at the bottom are actually way more important than the price at the top. All right, moving on. Let's talk about hidden costs and the key features you really need to know about. Because the real return on your investment, your ROI, it's not just about the number of credits, it's about the features that are going to save you real time and real money. First up, let's talk about something called the Bring Your Own Key model. Now, GoFaceless doesn't do this, which is a good thing. Some of their competitors, they look cheaper on the surface. But then you realize you have to pay for your own subscriptions to other AIs like OpenAI for your scripts and 11 Labs for your voice. It's sneaky. And trust me, those separate costs add up fast. Using one of those bring your own key tools can easily tack on an extra $15 to $50 a month just for those other services. With GoFaceless, it's all inclusive. The price you see is the price you pay. Period. Okay, back to the features. Why should you even think about upgrading from Starter to Pro? Well, first off, resolution. The Starter plan is stuck at 720p. And in today's world, that's basically telling the algorithms on TikTok and YouTube that you're not serious. They will penalize you for it. 1080p isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's the absolute bare minimum for getting decent engagement. It's the difference between looking like a pro and looking like an amateur. And believe me, the algorithm can tell the difference. Next up, the voice. On the starter plan, you get a pretty generic robotic AI voice that sounds like 1,000 other channels. But the Pro plan, it lets you clone your voice. This creates a unique audio brand that is 100% yours. And that is huge for building trust with your audience. People connect with a real, consistent voice, not some robot that everyone else is using. But honestly, this next one, this is the real game changer. I'm talking about the time upgrade. On the starter plan, you're still in the weeds, manually downloading every video, then re-uploading it. But with Pro, the system just posts for you, directly, to YouTube, to TikTok, on whatever schedule you set. I mean, really think about that for a second. You're not just saving a few clicks. You are literally reclaiming hours of your life, every single week. This is where that digital employee concept becomes very, very real. And hey, don't just take my word for it. I was digging through Reddit and found this comment that just nails it perfectly. This user said, "I don't pay for video generation. I pay to get back 10 hours of my week. The auto posting is the entire product." I mean, wow, that says everything, doesn't it?
Okay, so we've torn apart the tech, we've decoded the credit system, and we've uncovered the hidden costs. So now it's time for the final verdict. Which one of these plans is actually the right one for you?
Let's get right to it. This is the real question, isn't it? Which plan is the one that's actually going to make you money? I've put together this little buyer's matrix to make it super simple. It really just depends on who you are. So look, if you're a hobbyist, you're just dipping your toes in, testing things out, the starter plan is perfect. It's a cheap, low-risk way to play around. But if you're a serious creator and you actually want to grow your brand, let's be real, the Pro plan is the only choice that makes sense. You absolutely need the 1080p video, you need the voice cloning for your brand, and you definitely need the auto posting to save your sanity. And finally, if you're an agency managing multiple clients, the business plan is a no-brainer. You need the team seats and you need that huge pile of credits. So I'm just going to leave you with this one last thought. The most expensive editor you can have isn't the one that costs the most per month. It's the one you have to hire twice because they're unreliable. The cheapest and the most valuable editor you will ever have is the one that works for you while you sleep.